Back with yet another video, and this one is of the Kansas City Royals. And this one's more of a special rebuild. I got a request from someone in the comments section, which all of you are well welcome to do. I love video ideas. And basically the suggestion is that you get rid of all of the Royals, right? All the starting players for the Royals, and you just keep Bobby Witt and use him as a cornerstone piece. So basically, it's going to be like hybrid Bobby Witt career mode follow and a Royals rebuild. And I honestly feel like I can make this one a couple parters just to make it a little bit, because it might be a little bit longer because it's not a rapid rebuild. It'll be more of a gradual one. There will be no gameplay though. It'll just be like, oh, interesting rebuild. But Bobby Witt, he just had one of the best months for anyone in the MLB last month in July, and I would know because I have him on my fantasy baseball team. He was raking, you know. I think he got a monthly awards card for MLB The Show, but he's really good. If you look at those stats right there, I mean, he is a stud, and he can play shortstop and third. We have other pieces on the team like Vinny Pasquantino who can hit well. He's on the IL, and if you look at any of his tweets, he is a funny dude, but he'll have to go. There's also, MJ Melendez. This guy can catch, and he's also a corner outfielder. He's good, but he'll have to go. And this is where we can kind of maybe figure out how to get a couple of quick pieces because of like the A potentials. Cole Ragans or Reagans, he's got A potential. And then this guy, Michael Garcia, who's the skinniest player in the MLB. He's really good at hitting for contact. He's got a good glove. 6', 145. I like him, dude. He's a skinny little guy that can put the ball in play. It's kind of funny. We got Dylan Coleman. This guy, I think I might want to keep this guy. He's a really good reliever. But overall, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what we can figure out with this team. I will start the season by making a couple of trades, and then we'll go to the All-Star break, per usual, and see if we can make a couple trades. I think I'm only going to go through a couple seasons here, because it just might make it a little bit quicker for you guys. Shorter videos, more entertaining, so we'll see what we can get out of Bobby Witt and the Bobby Witt-led Royals, So first things first, we need to figure out how to get better starting pitching, like for Jordan Lyles, who is one of the worst starting pitchers in the league by ERA this year, and so we need to get him out of here as quick as possible, maybe for some young talent. So I'll go find a trade, and I'll catch you guys then. We get Bobby Witt's future double play partner in Jordan Westburg. He's 24 years old. He's got A potential. And I think this is kind of really good for what we're dishing away, which is 2 years of a really bad pitcher, and then a guy who probably won't ever develop, and an okay right fielder for okay young, decently young right fielder for a really nice looking prospect who hasn't even touched the MLB yet. We'll have him controlled for several years. I feel like this is a really good deal for us, and we'll be able to get a lot out of it. So this one will go through, and now if you look here at the team needs, we need bullpen, we need starting pitching, we need everything but first base where Bobby Witt plays and where Salvador Perez plays. Now, I will try to look at, because our outfield is poor. We have Edward Olivares, who he's decent at hitting, but we definitely would want to look at that. And obviously, starting pitching is something we need, but we have a pretty high amount of them, and a lot of guys down here that could get traded. Like, look at all these A players right here. Jonathan Bolin, who's older, but I still think there's going to be a lot of value in him, so we might be able to dish him out. Ben Cud, is that spelled wrong? Is it Curdna or Cud? I think it's Curdna. I think he just spelled it wrong. And then Frank Mazzucato, who's 19. There's a lot of young players here with high potentials in this roster, so I think we can dish some of them out, get a lot of good other players and other starters, and just try to figure out if we can go from there. This will kind of be like, we'll gradually, I think our goal is to have in 3 seasons to get completely rid of most of the Royals players, and get a whole new lineup to build around Bobby Witt. So I'll kind of hurry quickly through a couple of trades we'll make, and we'll get back right into it. I was able to acquire Hunter Brown for Edward Olivares, Nick Lofton, and Ben Kurdna. Now, that's not any starter. I might be able to change that real quick to try to be like, yeah, let's get Zach. Oh, we can get Zach Greinke out of there, which means we get a starter immediately out of the way, even though he's like Royals legend. But it's a little bit more money that we have available, and we're able to get a really, really young pitcher out of it with incredible stuff, and overall just great potential. And we're also giving up a shortstop that has good potential, but we need all these shortstops gone, because why would any of them be there if we have Bobby Witt as our most important piece? So I guess we're just gonna go with this trade. It'll go through. Boom, we get a really, really good starting pitcher, and it helps bolster what we have currently, which is Hunter Brown, Brady Sanger, Cole Ragans. I'm gonna say Ragans, and then we can definitely figure out something here. Oh, next trade. I'll show you guys the next trade. Their deal done with the Cincinnati Reds. We were able to acquire stud young lefty Nick Lodolo and Alexis Diaz for Cole Ragans, Brad Keller, and Salvi Perez. We're getting a lot of these starters out of the way early. We're bringing up some young guys that hopefully can prove themselves. But that's really, really big for, we get a couple of younger players with a good amount of control on them, as you can see from the contract. Oh, wait, no. What? Why is Lodolo a free agent after this year? That doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, we'll sign him. We'll sign him to a decent deal. And that'll be a huge trade for the depth pieces. As you can see, our closing role gets filled up. And now we have the worst catcher in the league, but it's a start. You're gonna get worse before you get better. The season's gonna be like get some younger guys. So it's not gonna be a rapid rebuild, as I said. It's gonna be trying to get younger guys who are not as good. We also need to add Lodolo to because he's hurt in real life. He's not on the 40-man. So I'll get a couple guys on the 40-man and moved up to the MLB, and then I'll get back to you guys with our last trade before the All-Star break. Making is a much smaller one. It's Brock Burke for a lefty relief pitcher with a lot of promise. As you can see, very balanced stats all around. And it's for Carlos Hernandez, and then a bunch of guys that this guy's old. He has no trade value, and then I wanted to get this guy out of here to kind of give Witt a bunch of space. Hopefully, knock on wood, he doesn't get injured at all, because that would be awful. Because then we got nothing at shortstop until this guy, who will eventually probably trade away too, because his hitting stats are so bad it's not even funny. But that's going to be the last trade we make, and I'll see you guys at the All-Star break. Yay. And we'll probably be one of the worst teams in the league. We have really, really not done anything to improve ourselves. We are at the All-Star game, and we are 29-62. That's not a very good record, but I think it's better than what Kansas City had in real life, so maybe some improvements. Let's check it out. Bobby Witt, 88 overall. I mean, it's looking like he's got really, really good growth. I think that the -5, the power versus left, is the big problem. But that's alright, because he's still really, really good power. He's got 9 home runs, which isn't really a lot. He doesn't seem to be getting the ball, like, very good slugging, but his slugging numbers are up. I'm going to assume that's because his average is up by a good amount, because his isolated power is way, way down. Yeah, it's pretty down. It's pretty far down as compared to last year. But his WAR is up to 2, and he's got 26 stolen bases, so that's pretty good. I think we're going to see a really, really good season from him. He's batting .276, so I'm all right with that. Alexis Diaz not doing so good. I mean, he's one of the shutdown best relievers in the entire MLB, best closers, and it's just not showing here. But yeah, I hope he turns it around. He'll probably turn it around. He's not getting many opportunities, is he? And Nick Lodolo's been really good, up to an 82 overall. He's got the same amount of games as he had last year with a couple more wins. He's got a winning record on a team with 29 wins. He's pitched more innings in the same amount of games. He's got a similar whip, but similar whip in ERA, so not much improvement there, but I think we're going to see a little bit more from that lower strikeout rate too. But a similar walk rate. I think lower home run rate, but overall it's just going to be whatever. Similar season for Nick Lodolo. Hunter Brown's been, he's been kind of roughed up, but I mean it's kind of expected out of a young flamethrower. But really, a lot of the young flamethrowers just struggle when they first start. Vinny Pasquantino's on a downward spiral. That's not a good look for him. He does walk more and he strikes out, but that's just not good look. It's not good look for Vinny Pasquantino. He'll probably be traded. Brady Singer will be traded. I don't even want to look at him because that's just poor right there. Brock Burke has not been what I expected him to be. Oh, he's been starting. I didn't fix the rotation. He's been starting. Let's go fix that. Brock Burke's been starting. Taylor. Oh, we don't have. Oh, that's why. We need to call up a player. Oh, we only had 4. I guess we can add him to the 40-man. He's looked good. Alright, that's a big problem. And Josh Taylor will be sent down because he is really, really rough. Taylor Clark, alright. Amir Garrett, they DFA'd him. But he's doing okay. Brent, that was his AAA stats? Yuck. Yeah, that's not favorable. Dylan Coleman, the bullpen has been atrocious. Atrocious. I can't even say that. Blake Mitchell, the rookie, 18 years of age. He's been pretty good for an 18-year-old, I'd say. And then Freddie Furman's been bad. Vinny Pasquantino, okay. Nick Pratto is good, but he will have to go, and so will Matt Beattie. Jordan Westberg, that's what we like to see, a +2 overall jump already. He's walking a decent amount. I think we're going to see a great duo here, Westberg and Witt, up the middle. Massey is our all-star. I mean, I don't blame him for picking him. He had a really good year. He's having a really good year. Samad Taylor's okay at best. Michael Garcia has not been up to it. Caden Wallace improving a bit. He'll probably make the team soon enough. And Matt Duffy, okay. Bobby Witt, we already looked over him. Kyle Isbell's batting under 200, which is really, really bad. But we just gotta find replacements for him. Gavin Cross, +6 to contact versus lefties already. I'm liking the look. I'm liking that on base percentage too. It seems he's figuring out how to walk a lot. Of +5 for discipline. And Drew Waters has been mid. Not very good batting against the lefties. And MJ Melendez has been great, but he'll probably be dished out at the deadline because he's got a lot of value right now. And we'll get Jorge Bonifacio up. He 29-year-old deep potential. All right, so we'll make a couple trades and try to tank even more. This is a really, really interesting deal. Brady Singer and Jonathan Bolin and MJ Melendez for Brent Rooker, who his hitting stats are going down. Yes, look at his on base percentage, dude. That's like a 401 is unbelievable. That discipline up by 7 has really intrigued me. Man, he's walking up like nearly a walk a game at almost, dude. He has many walks as he has hits, which really gets me excited. I think that he'll figure it out, most definitely, especially with that B potential, which means he's supposed to have 80 or over for his overall. But we could definitely DH him, and then Estuary Ruiz, who is like leading the MLB in bases stolen in real life in his 30 this season, and he's a good glove. He can get on base pretty well, contact-wise. His discipline's low, though. I think we have something here. I think this is the deal we have to make. They're both pretty young. I mean, Brent Rooker's only 28, so I think that's definitely a move we can make for the future. Now, there is something missing with the pitching now, so I'll go try to find if we can, because we have Hunter Brown and Nick Lodolo, and that falls off a cliff. I want to try to find another pitching prospect that looks young pitcher that looks a lot better. So I'll see you guys when we find that trade. Hall of starting pitchers. Andrew Painter and Mick Abel, both huge flamethrowers on the mound that we're going to be able to get from the Phillies for Ben Cardona, Vinny Pasquantino, and Samad Taylor. That is a steal. I'm taking that trade real quick. Yes, sir. Now we look at this rotation. There's There's still a lot missing from it, you know. Brock Burke's back in, but we don't want him we don't want him starting anymore. That's just not his role. He was really good last year, and we want him to go back to that. I think starting was really, really bad for him. But yeah, I think we can definitely see something here. I'm just setting the lineup real quick. Definitely something interesting here. We'll call them up real quick, and then I'll show you guys the new and improved lineups. Improved starting rotation: Nick Lodolo, Hunter Brown, Andrew Painter, Mick Abel, and Frank Mazzucato. All these guys are new to the team. Of course, Frank Mazzucato was a prospect, but I'm not gonna count prospects. I think we can keep them. Daniel Lynch will have to go at some point, and I don't know when it will be. But also all these guys will eventually have to go, except for Brock Burke and Alexis Diaz. The rest of them will have to leave at some point. And Taylor Clark's gotten a lot of innings, but he's just not good. The only good piece we've seen is Nick Whitgren, and he's pitched in 56 games because of it. That's kind of crazy. Here's the lineup. Estuary Ruiz will bat first in both lineups. Matt Beattie will bat against the righties because we don't have anybody else that can play first base in the lineup right now. No, wait, Nick Prado can't even play there. Yeah, this is the lineup for this. Bobby Witt, then Brent Rooker at DH because he can't field. Then Michael Massey, who was our All-Star. Nick Prado, Drew Waters. And I forgot that the catcher spot's a really, really important place. I'll probably get one on the trade block maybe. And then here's the left-handed lineup. Estuary Ruiz batting first. Michael Garcia enters the lineup against the lefties. Bobby Witt in the 3. Brent Rooker in the 4. Jordan Westberg in the 5. And then Michael Massey DHing. Kyle Isbell in right field. And then Nick Prado, he honestly has looked really good. And then Blake Mitchell. Other than that, it's not really much we can deal with. So that'll be the lineup. Unless I'll probably make a couple more trades. But I'll see you guys maybe either at the next trade I make. It'll probably be for a catcher. I have two really interesting catchers I want to get. First one, Bo Naylor. You know, a potential. Bats left-handed and throws right-handed. He's not the best at defense, but he's got a good arm and he can block. And then there's Sam Huff. He's a little older and he's a little bit more polished, I'd say. A little bit better at fielding, a cannon arm, and he's been batting really good. I feel like we may be able to hold off on Bo Naylor. And then maybe there's another one down here, Diego Cartaya, but he's always on the trade block in MLB The Show 23. But I think we can just kind of leave him. Maybe for another rebuild, but there's not much else here, you know. So I think we're gonna try to get. I think I want to try to get Sam Huff because he's a bit better in overall, and we'll try to figure out what do they need? Relief pitchers? We can give them a relief pitcher. Who's been bad? Who's been really, really bad? Wait, who's the guy that got sent down for being? Oh yeah, Josh Taylor. They want more than that, which I can understand. We're gonna try to dish out a lot of starters. I mean relief guys here. Who do we give up? Whitgren's been amazing. I don't want to give him up. How about Amir? Amir's getting it there. Probably one more will do it. Let's get Clark. Yep. So we dish out a bunch of relief guys, which means we will probably buy a relief guy in the sometime soon. That'll probably be our next trade. But we're able to get Sam Huff for a trio of relief guys, which is really important for our catchers, because we need to get this guy into AAA to develop. Alright, so we need to add this guy to the 40-man at least for now to move up to the MLB. And for now this will do. I'm not actually no. Well, we're gonna need to trade for another one. Let's see what relief pitchers are on the deadline. James Karinchak, he's been okay. We got a couple years of arbitration. We could find better. Steve Okert, left-hander. We do need a lefty, I think. Gregory Soto's an even better left-hander. Let's go with Gregory Soto. We're gonna try to get this guy. Need third baseman, second baseman. We could give up a couple of good second basemen. Caden Wallace has been really good. I think we'll include him in the lineup sometime soon. Shortstops, we can give Shervin Newton. Oh, that gets it really, really close. All right, who's the worst player on our team? Let's see if that works. Yep. All right, so we get we basically just give up a couple of players for Gregory Soto. Ooh, I don't want to give up Bobby Witt. That was an accident. But yeah, that's gonna be the deal. We get Gregory Soto, who I didn't check stats. What are his stats? Oh, he's all right. That's not the best, but I think we definitely need someone like him. He was really good with Detroit, but he's on arbitration, so we can definitely get some years out of him. I will be attempting to sign a couple guys to huge extensions. Actually, I'm going to do this Bobby Witt extension because all of us want to see him get signed to a super mega deal. So we'll go 14 years. Oh, that sounds great. $26 million. I'll cut to him signing that. So it's just a quick cut because I don't want to show me scrolling because that's real fun content, isn't it? Deal. Yes, he does. He signs a $25 million per year deal. I didn't backload it or front load it or anything, but that's a fun deal to make. You know, and I'll go through and anybody if that's like, oh wait, Nick Lodolo has that. Oh wait, no, now he's renewal and arbitration. I don't know what that was about earlier in the video, but yeah, I'm pretty sure all the rest of our guys they have like arbitration on them, so I'm gonna leave it. Maybe Sam Huff doesn't. No, he does. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this for now, and we'll get to the end of the season and hope that we end up with a pretty good draft pick. You know, so our first pick was Andres Tejada, who is the potential, but 75 overall. Honestly, he looks really, really fun to play with. You know, this guy looks like he might he'll go down in overall or whatever, but good contact and power versus lefties and decent versus righties. He's got a decent glove and he's fast. So I mean, we might include him on the team for next year. Then we have this guy who. Oh yeah, so we are gonna include draft picks in this one, by the way. So Brad Hughes, with a 102 mile per hour fastball. He's 5'10". This is amazing. This is a stud player. He's supposed to be an 89. He's already 72. That's a good player. Then this guy right here, Lance Guthrie. Not really much to him. This guy, it looks like a really, really good relief pitcher. You know, relief pitchers have a lower overall, but he looks really good. And then this catcher has really, really good contact versus righties and vision stat. His defense is bad, but he's A potential, so we could definitely see something there. And then we got 75 over. Oh, wow, another really, really high overall, poor, low ceiling player, Eric Byers. We'll probably include this guy in the lineup next year, too. And Steve McKenzie's not much. So, yeah, that's pretty fun. Maybe there's a generational player in here somewhere. Ooh, this guy's good. Wow. That guy's good. Yeah, I like what MLB The Show did with this. You know, I went through it, and for a while I was like, but it's much better than it was. I mean, I could definitely see some stuff that I would like to be better, but overall, like, you know, there's a lot of uniqueness in these players, a lot of cool names. Edmund Roland, you'll never find that name in a game like Madden or in like another game. Like, that's just such an interesting name. They have so many unique names and players like that are, you know, just interesting. You know, you'll find all sorts of new players, and it's just really fun to look at. And that's what I really like about it, is that the engine that generates the players has such a large pool that it can reach into. I think it's just really, really good. September call-ups update, and just kind of look at the players starting in the pitching rotation. Nick Lodolo's been really consistent, and I like that from him. He's up to an 83. Hunter Brown's been consistent, but like, you know, he'll definitely figure it out eventually. Andrew Painter's been really good. And, oh wow, look at that growth, up to a 76. That's good. Mick Abel's been, he has lots of room to improve. I don't know, his growth looks really solid. Frank Mozzicato, wow, that growth is great. An 8 to hitting. He has a 2.41 ERA. These are really good numbers from a 19-year-old. That's really good to look into. Daniel Lynch has been bad, really, really bad. And our bullpen has been, Gregory Soto has gotten consistent. Dylan Coleman has been absolutely awful, though he's improving amazingly. Josh Stallmont's been good with the strikeout numbers. Whitgren's been on. Oh, he went up to C. I might keep this guy. You know, he just looks really good. And we only have he's a free agent. I didn't re-sign him, but because I didn't think we needed to. But Brock Burke's been bad, and I really kind of blame it on him starting games. That's my fault. And then Justin Anderson, we called him up. He's been okay. He hasn't appeared in many games. And Alexis Diaz just hasn't ever figured it out in Kansas City. So let's look at this lineups, and then I'll see who we call up. Estuary Ruiz, his power numbers are starting to spike. He's got 39 stolen bases. He needs to walk more. That's my problem. His vision's really low. Michael Garcia's been decent. Brent Rooker has moved up to the 3 spot, and Bobby Witt's moved down to the 4 spot, which I kind of like. Wow, +9 to contact versus lefties for Bobby Witt. Wow, everything's going up, including his walk rate and stuff. Yeah, he's got. I think he's got a chance to really prosper in the 4-3 spot. And Brent Rooker has 20 home runs. He has a 393 on base percentage, which is stellar. +9 to that discipline. That's why I had him, because if he's walking this much, dude, I mean that's set up for success. And then who else do we really want to look at? Oh, Jordan Westerberg. Also, we want him playing second base. Jordan Westberg. This guy's development has been kind of balanced. Didn't look like he's got much power, but I think there's definitely something here. And who else do we have over here? No one else. But yeah, that's really it. We're 48 and 87, so I guess we'll see what it ends up being. We'll probably end up with over 100 losses, but yeah, let's see who we can call up. I'm liking to see what the catcher is doing. Blake Mitchell, he's absolutely raking at AAA, so we're gonna move him back up. And then this guy's also raking, but he's 30 years old. Let's see. We need to find someone that's like, ooh, Caden Wallace. He's not doing good though in AA. Look at that average, below 200. We'll leave him down there. And maybe this guy, Daryl Collins. Wow, his numbers actually look great. I didn't even notice that. That's a fun man to use. Move him up, and it doesn't really matter as much. I know I'm taking my time, but it's because I want to kind of get more in depth. I'm trying out all sorts of different types of MLB The Show content. I'm making a series, and then I'm making these rebuilds. I'm gonna make this like a mini series. It's not gonna last very long. Just trying to see what you guys like, and if you do like this content, of course, I'm gonna make all sorts of sports content, MLB The Show, Madden, whatever I really want for sports. And if you guys, suggestions down below for stuff you want to watch, I'm always down for that. Subscribe. I mean, I gotta ask for it. And thanks so much for watching. I'm not done yet, but it's always good to thanks. I'm only gonna go for like maybe one season this year, and see what I'll just go one season, maybe two. Oh, I'm not sure. But here we are. I'm just talking with you guys, but we lost over 100 games this year. We didn't make the playoffs. I mean, it was kind of expected, but I think this is better than what they did previously. Estuary Ruiz led the league in stolen bases. Let's look at this roster at the end of the season. Bobby Witt, oh my goodness, a +10. That's pretty good. I mean, we already saw it was at +9. It doesn't really change much, but he had 17 home runs, so he's really kind of caught up with those home run totals. But yeah, that's really good from him. It's great to see. Alexis Diaz got below the 5 mark. Nick Lodolo kind of rose. That was not a good month for him. Hunter Brown actually had a really good month of September. Andrew Painter kind of went up, and so did Mazzucato. But that's a really good season from him. I'm expecting a lot from these guys. Gregory Soto, wow, under 3 after having like a 4 when we traded for him. That's a steal. That's a straight up steal. What? And yeah, so during the offseason, I'm probably gonna trade all of the the guys, except I'm gonna keep Nick Whitgren. I just liked what he did. But I'm gonna trade all the guys that aren't really necessary. I didn't check in on Sam Huff, but he had a really good season. Nick Prado did well, but he's gonna be traded soon for a future. So Michael Massey, he had a good season, but I don't really know what to do with him. Michael Garcia did not have a good season. Matt Duffy did not. We really gotta hope that Caden Wallace figures out how to, be a more contact hitter. Bobby Witt did great. Brent Rooker, oh yeah, +10 to discipline. He had a 386 on base percentage, a 453 slugging. That accounts to an 840 OPS. Like, that is a really good season from him. And even then, his power numbers spiked at nearing the end of the season. 23 home runs. He walked 100 times. That's pretty stellar. I mean, I'm smiling ear to ear because of that. This is just such a unique lineup of scores. because he just broke out kind of. Oh yeah, how many steals did Bobby Witt have? 39. That's good. I like that. He just needs to walk more. You know, I mean, I'm talking about walking a lot, Moneyball and all that. But you know, the same problem that Estuary Ruiz had. If he gets on more, he steals more, and you know he creates more runs for the team. But he hit 260. Yeah, his power numbers spiked really nicely, which I kind of like. And then Drew Waters was okay, but he's getting traded. Gavin Cross is unique in that I don't know, he's just kind of balanced all throughout, you know. Estuary Ruiz, he can't hit for power, he's speedy. This guy can just do everything, you know. All his numbers look about the same. And then, yeah, there's no one here. But yeah, I'll see you guys when ready to start free agency, because I always do all the signing contracts and stuff off screen because it's really repetitive. And as you see, we have a lot of money available, like minus the pending offers, of course. So like we have over 70K we can deal with for just this year. And I would like to highlight that the guy that made this roster that I've downloaded had Shohei at 99 everything for hitting. Like, what in the world? I don't know how you can I mean, that's not completely realistic as to what Shohei does. You know, last season he struck out 161 times. You can't give him 99 vision. I mean, I get that he's one of the best players out there, but he did soup up this card kind of, this player card too much. But yeah, we're looking into certain things. We're looking into starting, well, not really starting pitching. Maybe to kind of let a guy, like, kind of develop in the bullpen, maybe like Mazzucato or Abel or whoever's struggling. And a catcher, like a true catcher, which they don't ever have. You know, Gary Sanchez is the best available, and he's just a power hitter, which I wouldn't mind. But there's so much more available. I might sign Gary Sanchez to a 1-year deal, but really we're looking at these type of guys, you know, the bullpen, and we'll find a starter and a bullpen guy for it this season. I'll just show you who we've offered. All right, so these are currently the players that we have offered. This won't be all that we haul this off season. This will just be, you know, the free agents, because we're going to be trading all the players that they're replacing, basically. All the relief pitchers will eventually be gone, which means we'll probably trade for relief pitchers. Gary Sanchez is just kind of filling in a catcher role, and then Harrison Bader will move to center field. And I like it because in a logical sense, you need a really good fielder in Kauffman Stadium because of how large the outfield is. So Harrison Bader's a really good signing for that. And he had a really good season overall against the lefties, which is kind of a really good look. You know, he has still developing to do. He didn't have the best season with the Yankees, but I think there's definitely a lot of potential there, especially because he has a good glove that it allows him to have a positive WAR even if he does bat not the best. But yeah, so if we'll probably get all these guys here. I offered a pretty big contract, Gary Sanchez. Now I did offer Tulio Teheran. You would wonder why. He's not very young. But because it only shows one season, it thinks he's younger than he is. It doesn't actually take into account his MLB service time. I do think so. So I think that having him will actually help out a good amount. But we'll probably move who's our center fielder right now? I can't remember. Estuary Ruiz to right field, or we can just have a left fielder. We have an extra guy in the outfield. So we'll probably try to find another outfielder just so we can get rid of a couple guys. But once we reach the time where all the tendered contracts are signed, then we can, from there, trade a bunch of players. And that's what I will do. And I'll probably see you guys then to see, like, to scan that, you know. Now, it's right before the 40-man roster needs to be filled out, and three of our guys have signed. We still need Harrison Bader to sign, but it's looking like we're still going to win the bid for him. So I think we're going to be able to get him. Just quickly get through there. Well, I'll show you guys. I assume he's gonna sign. So I'll see you guys at the trade start. You know, when we start making all our moves. All the guys have signed that have tendered free agent need to be tendered, but we still have arbitration to work around. But right now, what looks that we need, we'll look at the roster real quick. We have the starters for the future, I believe. We have this guy who's going to be an absolute stud. Then we have Asa Lacy, who's going to be good. Frank Mazzicato's already been great. And then we have our bullpen figured out for our top 4 guys. We just need to get rid of a couple of these guys, which I will do in a trade. Then there's no one we need to get rid of here. Everyone that is here is basically figured out and solved. Then Nick Pratto needs to be gone, so we do need to trade for a first baseman. We need to get rid of Michael Massey. We need to get a third baseman and get rid of Michael Garcia. And we need to get rid of Kyle Isbell and get another Drew Waters, and get another outfielder. And probably get rid of Dairon Blanco. But other than that, we'll probably be golden. So I'm gonna go get us a couple of trades done, and we'll figure it out. I was planning on getting a first baseman and a third baseman, but we could probably get a first baseman somewhere else, because this is a really, really good trade. You know, we moved up to A potential, and you know, we had a really, really good year. He's struck out a lot, but I feel like there's a lot that we can figure out with Royce Lewis. Even though it's an in division trade, we're still gonna get it. Then we got to look for the first baseman of the future for this franchise, and then for the rest of that, we'll just get rid of Kyle Isbell and try to find us another guy. Yeah, these are the 2 we're offering for a first baseman. It's gonna be really good. See you when that trade is complete. With the Reds again, we're getting Christian Encarnacion Strand, even though it just says Encarnacion here. It is Christian Encarnacion Strand for 2 center fielders and Kyle Isbell. That's a really, really good deal. We'll just try to get our last outfielder, and that'll probably be it for the new look. For the new look Royals. That's gonna be an absolute. Because look at his numbers. He went up 11 and 9. I mean, his hitting numbers. He hasn't even made the majors yet. In the show, but I think this is a really, really good trade. We're gonna take this one, and then we're just gonna look for that right fielder maybe. But Andres Tejada, we might move him to right field. That'll be we're good. We're done with the trades. I'm just gonna go show you guys that we can just, and I only do this if they have a secondary position that says so. I call that legal to change their position. But yeah, boom. We now have a right fielder. And did his overall go up? His overall went down, but he just has that potential to have a couple of really good seasons before it really goes down because of that deep potential. But we're gonna add him to 40-man. Oh wait, because he's a draft pick that we can't add him until the Rule 5 draft. But yeah, that's it really. I mean, our team's looking a lot better, other than, you know, having to develop the players, especially if Harrison Bader actually signs, dude. This is getting frustrating. And then we'll have it all figured out completely. You know, first baseman's done. All of this is done. It's all really young too, which I really like. But yeah, I'll show you guys when Harrison Bader's. Oh wait, I also made one more trade. I think I forgot to show you guys. We acquired Brian Baker and Dylan Coleman. I think I might have forgotten to show you guys. If I didn't, then just skip over that. I'm sorry, I wasn't sure completely. But yeah, we'll find out a way to. Well, let's go to the draft lottery. We have the second best odds. I like to see the draft lottery mostly because it's just a crapshoot, and I've never gotten a good pick from it, even if I am the number 2 pick. Watch me get jinxed here and have the first overall pick. Nope, we get moved down three spots, number 5. Wow. And the Diamondbacks, who went 79 and 83, got first overall pick. That's funny. But yeah, overall, I think this is a really, really good offseason. It's going to end after this season, and then we'll probably get into like a longer episode for the season 2 and 3. But yeah, this has been really fun. I'll see you guys at the start of the season probably, if nothing changes. I will make a couple of trades off screen for a relief pitcher, something that doesn't matter. I'll show you guys later. But yeah, once all the arbitration deals are signed, I'll be able to dish everyone out. This will be the end of the episode. Stay tuned for the next episode, which will be seasons 2 and 3. We'll start with our starting pitching. We did send out. Oh wow, what are we doing here? I'll fix this because I don't know why we got all these guys called up here. Yeah, I'm just gonna fix this real quick. Show you guys, like, this guy's not important. for our success as compared to a couple of the other guys. We need 5 guys up all at once. I don't know why we didn't do that. But yeah, so five starters, and then we acquired Ron Marinaccio for a couple of relief guys. Our bullpen looks absolutely star-studded. We have, 2 lefties and then a bunch of good righties and a bunch of pretty good righties, and then Alexis Diaz. Gary Sanchez will be our starting catcher with Sam Huff as backup. Blake Mitchell will develop in the minors a little bit more. Christian Encarnacion Strand. Matt Beattie I am releasing. It's going to give us a lot. It's going to give us space to call someone up that we may need. Because I'm going to be looking around and seeing. Yes, but we signed Jordan Luplow randomly. Honestly, I'm not opposed to the CPU signing that guy. I think we can call up another pitcher because of this, can't we? I'm gonna wait on. Actually, I will call up the 18-year-old. I'm gonna add him to the 40-man and call him up to the MLB because why not? Yeah, let's look at his pitching rotation. So we'll start with Mick Abel and then Jackson Cower. Oh wait, he's not supposed to be there either. Alright, so sorry I'm dealing with this, guys, but I'm just showing you what's got to be done. We're just releasing a couple of guys that we don't need. Then we'll call up Blake Mitchell. Because why not? I think he's a really, really good player. But other than that, that's really it. Let's check out the pitching rotation. Nick Lodolo, Hunter Brown, Andrew Painter, Julio Teheran, Brad Hughes, Mick Abel, Brad Hughes, Nick Whitgren, who was great last year, Brock Burke, Miguel Castro, Gregory Soto, Ron Marinaccio, Brian Baker, and Alexis Diaz. I think this is the max amount of pitchers we're allowed to have. I think it's 13's max. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, and then the starting lineup: Sueri Ruiz batting at the first spot, Andres Tejada, the 20-year-old with blazing speed. Then next, Bobby Witt. I want him batting 3 all the time, and Brent Rooker. Wait, no, not that. And then, I actually tapped the wrong button. Yeah, I want him batting at the 3, and then Christian Encarnacion, Harrison Bader, Jordan Westberg. That's perfect. I don't think there's a single, actual Royal on this lineup except for Bobby Witt Jr. and the relief pitcher Nick Whitgren. Then we'll have Bobby Witt. Nope, he's batting 3rd. And then where's oh wait, this is right-handed. Oh, left-handed DH. Oh, Estuary will be wait, who is DH? Oh no, we need Brent Rooker always at DH. He's such a bad fielder. And then this is a good looking lineup. We of course will make the 2 switches that we want. It's very consistent because both of the guys are it's a very consistent lineup. I don't think it changes at all. Both of these guys can bat against all their sides. The problem is that there's not a single left-hander on this team other than Blake Mitchell and Gavin Cross. But that's kind of funny. So I'm going to leave it that way and end the video off like that. I'm Longball. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you enjoyed. I'm excited for this mini-series. And I'll see y'all later. You guys are real great for staying for this long. I thank you so much for it. I'm out. Deuces.